Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I get asked a lot, how did I get started in trucking and shipping cars? Well, it's very simple. I bought a truck and trailer and started shipping vehicles. And it sounds good on paper. In actuality, it's not that simple. I had to jump through a lot of hoops to get to where I am today. The thought came from, I used to drive a wrecker truck for a repair shop, and so I had a little bit of experience doing it. So I just sort of took that knowledge and made it my own and sort of took it to the next level. So the first thing to do was to find equipment to ship the vehicles with. This was the truck I ended up getting. It was listed for $40,000, and after all the fees and everything, it was around $45,000. It's a 2012 F450 with an automatic transmission, and it is a crew cab truck, so I took the rear seats out of the truck to have room to sleep back there. Also, it came with the attachments for a gooseneck trailer, which is what I was looking for. And this is the trailer I got. It's a 2015 Kaufman Mini 5 trailer, and I got it for $13,000 cash off Craigslist. Before you do anything, first thing I would suggest, if you don't already have it, is go apply for your CDL, a Class A CDL driver's license. You're gonna need it. There's no way around it. Thinking you're gonna pull a one-car trailer and not have to worry about getting a CDL, then you're not going to make any money. And if you're pulling a two-car trailer, then the second you pass the weight station up and don't pull in, or you pull in and they inspect you, they're going to impound your equipment, and if you try to drive it again, they'll take you to jail. And it's a long process to do. You just go to your DMV, you apply for it initially and take the written test whenever you're ready. After you pass the written test, then you can get in line to take the driving portion of the test. And that's what's the lengthy part about it, is there's such a long wait for the driving portion of the CDL. Do it as soon as possible before you do anything, because it's going to be the longest thing for the whole process. So just go apply for your CDL. You're going to have to find a truck and trailer to do the driving portion of the test with, because they don't provide it for you. You have to bring your own. And a lot of companies will rent out one to you to use for the tests. So you can either do what I did and get a loan out to pay for the truck and trailer, and that's the little bit more difficult way. If I could go back and redo it, I would save up money first and buy it outright, so I'm not stuck paying on the truck and trailer while I'm still doing the business. Once you got whatever you're going to be using for work, you're going to need to have a DOT number set up with the state, and a MC number, which is your operating authority, which is tied to your DOT number. So you're going to want to go on to fmcsa.com. I'll leave a link in the description to this website you need to go on to start your DOT number application. You're going to want to scroll to the bottom on here. You'll see a link, get your DOT number, click on that. And then you just go through a couple more screens, and eventually you end up here where you're actually going to start filling out your application. Just use your social security number, and your EIN is if you have an LLC. And it's not required if you don't have an LLC. You can just use it under your own name. The legal name for the business is just going to be your name. Whatever the name of you want your company to be, you'll put under the doing business as name, and that can be anything you want it to be. It doesn't have to be your name, whatever the name of the company you want it to be. This is as far as I could show you on the actual application, because my number is already registered with them. You should be able to fill out the entire application and submit it to the FMCSA, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. They'll approve it and issue you a DOT number. You don't need anything insurance-wise to do it, just some basic information. And then as your DOT number is processing, you could go ahead and shop around for insurance. And if you're new and you have a new CDL that's less than 2 years old, pretty much Progressive is the only insurance company that'll insure your business. At least that I found, they don't want people that are new in the industry, because there's a high chance that you're gonna mess up and get in a wreck or something, and a lot of the smaller insurance companies just don't even want to deal with it. So Progressive is a pretty big company, and they'll take the risks with the newer drivers. So it's not cheap starting out either. I'll show you mine. I was paying $15,000 a year just about my first year. Feel free to pause this and take a look at it. It's my premium from a couple years back, and it's still pretty high. My insurance went from $1,300 from the year I started out till now it's about $780, and it's been about 3 years since I had my CDL, so I haven't had any claims either, so that helps for my insurance rates to be lower. So just keep that in mind. Insurance is a big one. Like cost-wise, besides the purchase of the truck and trailer, if you didn't finance the truck and trailer, you're gonna have to pay your insurance anyway, monthly. They'll give you a big discount if you pay it as a lump sum up front. Another thing you're gonna have to take into consideration is if you're going to go to other states for your business. So if you think you can just work around in your state, then you're gonna be a intrastate carrier. And if you think you need to cross state lines, then you're gonna have to register as an interstate carrier. And this is important when you go to register your vehicle. If you're going to be crossing state lines, you need to register it as an interstate carrier. And you're gonna have to decide which states that you're going to be traveling in and put those on your application, because you have to pay registration in those states, and you have to keep track of the miles you drive in each of those states. So when your renewal comes for your registration, however much you owe is going to be however many miles you drove in each state for the registration fees. Another big thing is on your registration, it's going to tell you how much you're legally able to carry. And the manufacturer gives you the gross vehicle weight rating, and I found that it's different on the registration on your cab card, and it's actually more, and that's what the weight stations will go off of. If whatever is on that for your truck that you're pulling a trailer with, they're gonna use that to see if you're overweight or not. Also, you're gonna use that number, whatever it is. My 2012 F450 is registered to haul 38,000 pounds. That's truck and trailer combined. So based off of that is gonna be what trailer you're gonna get for your truck. So once you register your vehicle as an apportion registration, you're gonna get a cab card, and this is what you keep in the cab with you. So when you get pulled over, you show them this, and it shows how much you're legally able to pull and what states you're allowed to legally operate in. You want to apply for your IFTA fuel license, your International Fuel Tax Agreement license. And what that is your fuel that you purchase for your vehicle that you're using to make money. You'll have to owe taxes on that and the miles that you drove in the state that you're in. And you have to keep track of your mileage in every state separately, and the fuel you purchase, the gallons as well. And you have to file your IFTA tax, your fuel tax return quarterly, like you do your regular taxes, except you have to do it every quarter. That's when it's due. This is the application I had to fill out. It's different for every state, but for Texas, this is the one you need to fill out. It has instructions, so if you get lost, you can just refer to the front page and it guides you through it. And you need to make sure to put down the states that you think you're going to be operating in and sign it and then send it back to them. and then they will mail you your IFTA decals. Then you should be able to create an account online where you'll actually go and file your fuel tax returns. Here is a kind of example of one of mine that I've already done, and you just record the gallons and the miles in every state and input it, and they calculate how much taxes you owe on it. You still can't hit the road just yet. You're gonna need your MC number, your operating authority, to actually be out, to go out and actually start working. Now, to get that, you are gonna have to have insurance. That's something that they're gonna have to verify in order to issue you the MC number. Also, on your operating authority, you're gonna have to put specifically what you're going to be doing. So for me, I haul vehicles, so I'm listed as a motor carrier operator. You'll need your DOT number to apply for your MC number, and you'll go to this website and apply for a MC number operating authority, hit next, and you're going to need a PIN number, so scroll to the bottom and click yes, you need a PIN number, fill out this information, and they'll send you a PIN. Now once you got your PIN, you could go back in, just fill out the application for your MC number as best as you can. Here's what I was saying, how everything's more tailored to what your business is. You're gonna apply for your MC number. That could take up to a month for them to review everything, your DOT application, everything on your MC application, your operating authority, and your insurance. They're gonna verify all that. As long as if you have the right insurance, they're gonna issue it. It's just kind of a short list of things that you're going to have to need to get started in the trucking business. Once you actually are operating and getting loads and stuff and doing work, your first year you're going to be audited by the FMCSA, and it's a good thing. Everyone gets audited. It's called a new entrant safety audit, and it's basically they're gonna check everything that you have up to that point. So you may be out and working, but you could be doing things wrong, or in their eyes that are wrong. So don't worry, once they audit you, then you'll find out exactly everything that you're gonna need specifically for your business. One of the major things is a drug testing consortium, and you just have to find a company that does it. Just Google drug testing consortium in my area, and you pay them, and you go get it. You have to have one drug test on file, so go take a drug test and get set up for their consortium. This is literally all it is for me. It's just some personal information, and they offer other things too, like you can do your physical for when you get your CDL. You're gonna need a physical, and that's about it for the drug testing consortium. I pay them an annual fee, and I get thrown into a pool that they choose from to get randomly drug tested. Something that's really important that you're gonna need to have to do before they audit you. Another thing that you have to keep current is your UCR, your Unified Carrier Registration, and it's just a fee. It's something that all the states use. I'm not really sure what it does, to be honest with you. I just know that it's required to have. If you get pulled over and you don't have it, you'll get a fine, and you'll still have to pay the fee for the UCR anyway. I just wanted to thank each and everyone out there for supporting my channel and helping me grow. I couldn't do it without y'all, and let me know in the comments some of your experiences. If you've already been trucking and you're an owner-operator or have a LLC or a huge corporation, your experiences working with the FMCSA. They seem pretty cool. As long as you're transparent with them, then they'll treat you pretty good. So that about wraps it up for this one. I hope y'all have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you later.